When I first started backpacking, everybody was talking about the big three, right? The sleeping system, the tent, and the backpack. I didn't hear many people talk about the little stuff that make a big difference while you're backpacking. So let's go through David's little things that make a big difference when I'm backpacking. Now everything that I'm talking about here today is small enough to fit in your Ditty Bag. And all these things are super inexpensive, and they could save your day or make your day a lot easier or a lot less of a bummer if you have items like this handy. One of the things that I bought years ago that I keep using, I keep finding a purpose for them, is these little ties that I think Gossamer Gear has these. I use these, I just strap these to my pack somewhere, and I always find a use for them, like wrapping up my tent poles and my ground cloth and my stakes. I wrap them all together in this one little package, and then I stick them in my backpack, and I know where all that stuff is all the time. So sometimes I need to strap something to my pack. You know, these things just have like 1,000 uses, but those are just a couple. And this comes in really handy. This weighs like, you know, air. I have this little repair sack that I put inside of my Ditty Bag, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. I got this really small cord. It's 50 feet, and it's like 1.88 millimeter cord, and it has a 100-pound tensile strength. Now I've used this for clotheslines, I've used this for shoelaces, I've used this for guy lines on my tents, maybe that whenever they would break. What can you use 50 foot of cord out here in the wilderness? Almost anything. You can use this as a ridge line for a tarp, to do your food hanging with this. I don't know, there's 1,000 uses for this. I always carry it. And if you don't use all the 50 feet, if you need to cut off 10 feet or whatever, you know, here it is. Always. Another thing in my pack here is this tenacious tape. I've had this for a few years, and this is the same roll that I've had for a few years. Once in a while I'll get a small hole in my tent or my tarp, I'll fix it, or a hole in my sleeping mattress, fix it. Maybe I punctured a hole in my down puffy, fix it. Tenacious tape is great. It sticks to just about anything that is, any kind of synthetic material. This thing sticks to it and it doesn't let go. Tenacious, really good tape. I have this little repair kit, little sewing kit. This is a round needle. They probably have a name for that needle. And then I just wrap some thread around a little piece of cardboard, put that needle inside the cardboard so it doesn't come out and poke anybody. And there you go, there's your little sewing kit. Again, weighs next to nothing. An extra cap for my water bottle. Did you ever have these things bust off? These little sports cap bust off? And then this water starts splashing all over the place? That's a bummer. So, having one of these handy, weighs nothing. Take it with me. What else we got here? No, an extra washer for my water filter. If you ever lose a water filter washer, it renders it almost useless. And these things have had a habit of falling out, so I've bought a couple of these, and I always carry one extra one with me when I go. You don't want to get caught out in the field without any clean water. So that'll save your day. Safety pins. I always have a couple safety pins. One of the big uses that I have for this is whenever I'm drying my clothes, like I'll stop at a creek maybe and wash some socks that I've been wearing for a couple days, and I'll just hang them on the back of my pack and let them dry out. I've used these for blister management. You know, just sterilize the end and you have yourself a little poker pin. Safety pins, I never leave home without them. I mentioned this on a video quite a while ago. These are just little bread ties. I use these for clothespins whenever I have my clothes hanging out, or if I have my ground cloth and I need to pin it up somewhere on a tree or whatever, these things come in real handy for that. So again, these weigh like a fraction of an ounce. I always take a few with me. Now, unless I'm out there doing some bushcrafting work, I'm not going to carry a big knife with me. I carry as little as I need for a knife. This little Swiss Army knife, I'm sure you've seen these. This one has a toothpick in it. It has a tweezers in it. And it has all those are used for obvious things. And it has scissors over here. I use these as nail clippers. These work great for that. Or if you need to cut open a package of food, use your little scissors. And of course it has a small little knife, and it has a little screwdriver, I guess, and then a nail file. So a lot of cool little tools in this one little package here. Swiss Army knife. I've had Swiss Army knives since I was a kid in Boy Scouts. This is a miniature version of that, and it's really all I need when I'm backpacking. One last thing that I got, a tip from another backpacker on YouTube, is this. So this is my stake bag, and on the end of my stake bag I have a little 1/2-inch PVC pipe end, and you could buy these for like $1 or something over at your local hardware store. And I use these to push my stakes down in the ground. Sometimes I'm in places where I can't find a good rock to pound them, and really these are a lot better on your stakes, because pounding rocks on your stakes will damage your stakes and sometimes bend them and make them useless. This thing, you just push it in with your hand, presto, nice. I always carry a spare Bic lighter. This is a larger one. You know, they make them smaller, but campfire, for lighting your stove, you know, for, I don't know, 1,000 uses. Hey, so maybe you have some small things that are really important to you when you go backpacking. I'd like to hear about it. Down in the comments, please. Let's share our ideas and make everybody better. Okay, so I'm David on Earth. Thank you for coming to the channel. And remember, go live like you want it. Hey, just a reminder to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And there are links down there for my Patreon page and my affiliate partners. All that helps keep the David on Earth train moving. Go live like you want it.